YouTube, what's up, y'all? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good whatever it is, wherever you at in the world. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. So I want to say thank you for sure. Um, Before we start, I got a special guest in the building, and she wanted to come by and give y'all some pearls of wisdom. Come on, little butt.
Hi everyone, it's Nick and Kalia. Don't eat too much peanut butter because it will make you fat again. Bye now.
All right. Y'all heard her. Don't eat that fucking peanut butter. It's gonna make you fat again. So yeah, she's on that. Man, y'all don't realize how much of a blessing feeling that is to where your kids want to be involved in what you do, right? I truly enjoy fitness. I truly enjoy the psychological part behind, fitness, the journey itself, and, the transparency that I'm able to give you guys. It's very interesting to see how things change for people whenever they embark on this journey, because, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, and you still learn more about yourself doing this journey. And I absolutely love the fact that I've learned that you're going to stumble, you're going to fall in life in general. You just got to keep getting up and going to fight. Like, that's really all it is, resiliency at its finest. Today was real hard for me because I couldn't lift. It was a recognized rest day. So instead of me, getting there, stretching and hitting the weights, I got there, I stretched before I got there, and then I just hit the treadmill. And time went by because I was talking on the phone. But it's like, I didn't mind the talking on the phone because it do help time go by versus listening to music or listening to a podcast or something. It really did it really did float the time. So I think that's what I'm going to adopt, just talking to my brothers or talking to my mom or talking to somebody, because not only do it help the time go by, but I'm still forming and rebuilding and strengthening the relationships that these folks that I have. So think about that too. Like if you doing cardio to where you can't breathe, I think you're doing it wrong anyway, because you don't have to run unless you want to run, but I mean, that incline at 8, 10, 12, 14, 2.7 to 3.2 miles per hour. I mean, I know it don't win me out that much, but I get it. Some people ain't at that level of fitness to where it won't win you out. And when you get there, talk on the phone. But until you do, keep grinding away, doing what it is that works for you. And that's perfect. So today, I ain't want to go into the journal entry today because something else kind of just like caught me off guard. Today I went to go play golf with a buddy of mine over at the Bridges in Gunter, Texas. Nice course, it's huge, it's open. You don't really have a lot of narrow fairways, but you still got a few tricky holes. Golf is a game of, consistency, not too high, not too low. And, it was a tough round for me today. It was rough, man. It's like an 89 or some shit. It was a really, really rough day for me. But I just enjoy being out there. I don't get too mad when I shoot in the 80s or the 90s because, for one, it's the hardest game in the fucking world. And if you think you that good and you think you can play it, give it a try. Golf will humble your motherfucking ass real quick. And I think that's why I'm addicted to the game, because psychologically it's a fucking beatdown. And because it's such a beatdown, and one great shot could lead to a bad break, and then one shot I fucking creamed it. Beautiful. But then that motherfucker hit the hill and kicked all the way right. And I was like, whoa. But then I had other shots to where I hit a great shot, kicked left, went on the fairway, had a great second shot. And it was I had a few beautiful holes. But when I blew up, I blew up. And that's cool. I'm okay with that. It's just a part of the game. You got to keep swinging. You got to keep developing your swing. You got to keep just growing, right? I really wish I'd have picked up this game at 3 or 4 or 5 years old. I'd be way better than what I am now. But unfortunately, that's not the case. But what I got from that today was when I was in the clubhouse. I now understand the envy that a lot of cook guys will give you whenever you walk into a place and you're in better shape than them. And this ain't a self-glazing fucking post, or not post, but this ain't a self-glazing video. But guys, you get two different reactions. Either you're going to get a reaction of respect or you're going to get a reaction of envy. Unfortunately, I got the best of both of them today. When I play, I prefer to play in Nike gear. I love Nike shirts, Nike shorts to match. And then I'll be out there in some Nike golf shoes or some Jordan golf shoes. That's just, if I ain't gonna play like shit, I at least want to look the part, right? So, but I ain't bad. I had good rounds, I had bad rounds. It is what it is. But, I go into the clubhouse, I'm in there. I'm looking at some of the balls they got, because I love Bridgestone balls. I love playing with the Bridgestone balls. And they ain't carry Bridgestone. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what? I get some Callaways. Give me the Callaway Super Soft. It's cool. So the guy behind the counter, oh man, no problem, sir. I was like, cool. And obviously, I'm a little more fit than everybody else. So I have on a medium shirt. It wraps around my chest, shoulders, and arms, V-taper, showing all that shit. Thighs, veins, calves, shins, veins, look good. So I'm over there, I'm just talking to him. And he was just asking me, like, what is your split? I was like, man, my split is pretty simple. I was like, Monday is back, Tuesday is legs, Wednesdays is arms and shoulders, Thursdays is rest, Fridays is arms and no, I'm sorry, it's back and hamstrings, and Saturdays is chest, shoulders, and arms, and Sunday is rest. And we was just talking about the split or whatever, and then like, dude, I promise you, dude wasn't standing behind me for no more than 20 seconds, and he just, I gotta get to my tea time. And so I looked at him, and I was like, I ain't gonna give him that kind of energy. I said, fuck it, but that look back, kind of like, kind of shook him a little bit, because I was like, dude, you like 5'6", and you 260 pounds. You tripping on me for what, right? And I get it. You need to go pay for your tea time, but you can't fault me because this guy asked me something and I decided to answer, but you late for your tea time and you was in control of that, not me, right? So, and then I just looked at him, and then the person, behind him, you can just tell that they was just, ugh, and it's funny because those were the two guys that me and my homeboy was paired with, straight up. So, and this is the first time that I ever golfed anywhere and somebody didn't tell me their name, shake my hand, or anything. They was just some fucking haters, man. I'm telling you. It's like, even when I would walk. I would prefer to walk. Like if I hit a shot, I would just walk to the ball and let my homeboy take the cart to his, because I wanted to get in my steps. And it's crazy because my watch detected that I played golf. My watch detected that I was super active today. Didn't eat the best, but well, I did. Just ate a lot of calories. I was drained, bro. When you in that heat and you out there walking and moving, and I don't eat out there because I know it's a bunch of goofy shit, I waited till I got home and just ate a bunch of healthy shit. But I needed it because I really needed the energy. I was like too close to passing out. So I was like, nah, I got to eat. So I did eat pretty good today. But just, me doing the extra mile, those 18, 19,000 steps came in handy because I was walking up those hills. I was walking into those valleys just to hit my ball and all type of other shit. And they was trying to get as close as they could with their carts before it fucking shut off. That was some lazy shit, completely lazy shit. And my homeboy was like, I can just take you over there. I was like, or I can just get my steps in and walk. It's not a big deal. Man, you got to relax. I will relax when I get home and shower. But right now, I want to get in my steps. I want to walk to my ball. So guys, that's my standard. That's what I do. I'm not going to sit here and allow that lazy spirit to overtake me anymore because, if I don't eat good, I at least want to be active as fuck for the day. So I feel way less guilty about it. And then on days where I'm killing it with the nutrition and I'm still locked in doing what I got to do, I'm still going to hit the gym regardless, right? Even when I'm about to go back to work real soon, just finish that deal up today. And I told him, I was like, look, man, the gym is non-negotiable for me. I was like, I can be at work, 8:45 because I'm only 20 minutes away, but I got to be able to hit the gym. I don't need that time interrupted. Oh man, you good. That's perfect for me because now I just imagine myself being back in Poland, right? But I'm going to prep my food the night before because I want to stay in the gym a little bit longer in the mornings. So when I get done lifting, it's come back, have my clothes laid out, shower, get spiffy, go handle my business. Go to work, do what you got to do. Bring that lunch box, bring that hot plate, not the hot plate, but the hot box, you know what I mean? And it's like I said, same meals every day, same weight, everything. And just make sure I stay stocked up on those things I need. Go out there, work, do what I got to do. And that's what's going to keep me sane because I could have ate the goofy shit when I was in Poland, when I was in any other country in Europe, when everybody else was eating goofy shit. No, I pack my own food. Not only does it save me money, but while everybody eating burgers and pizza and shit, no, dog, I'm gonna go to have my potatoes, I'm gonna go to have my broccoli, I'm gonna have my chicken. Or right now it's tuna and turkey. So I'm gonna have my shit. Y'all have y'all's, that's cool. And guess what? I'm still gonna get up and walk around. I'm still gonna get up and be active and move. I'm just gonna do all my heavy lifting during the morning at work. I mean, not at work, but at the gym. I'm still gonna get in my cardio after I lift, and I'm still gonna try to get as many steps in at work. Because when I get home and I lay down and I shower, I wanna make sure I know I did everything to stay close to stick to my standards. I wanna make sure I did everything to know that when I fly out of here on my birthday and I go back to Europe for like 2-3 weeks, I want it to be, hey, I ain't slack off on my shit. I still did my thing. And that means the most to me because I enjoy that time in the morning to where I can go in there and put in the work. Like I put in some serious work Saturday. My chest and my shoulders are sore as shit, on fire. And I dig it. I mean, I don't want to attribute it to me laying off the creatine. I'm gonna lay off the creatine for about a month so I can get this extra water weight off of me, so I can get real dry. And then like maybe in November I'll pick it back up, but I'm trying to get really dry between then. And, you know, I still drink water, but I ain't trying to kill myself. But for the last 5 days, I've been killing myself with almost 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons, because I just been that thirsty. I've been outside. You know, I've been running hills and, you know, training with other people, you know, after my own fucking workouts. So, you know, I get exhausted. I get drained. So, and it's hot out here. So when I tell you I'm drinking water, I am drinking fucking water. I got my liquid IV in there, but I got the sugar-free liquid IV. So instead of all that sugar, it ain't got no sugar. It's just 20 calories. Put a little bit of honey in there, some salt, and just shake it up. Man, I'm telling y'all, that right there has been saving my life, because just because you drink water, that don't mean it's gonna hydrate you. And whenever you do put those things in there, you getting those electrolytes, you getting everything you need to stay hydrated and be successful. But you will get that envy from other men, fellas. You just will. Because you out here doing shit that they just refuse to do. Not that they can't do it. They're just making a conscious choice not to do it. You know, I felt that from those guys. If I was just some regular fat motherfucker, they wouldn't have tripped on me as hard. But because I'm standing there, you know, 6'2", you know, got a little size on me and cut up and defined a bit, you know, it's an issue. It's the, oh, you think you better? You think you can hold up the line and talk to this guy about working out? Like, yeah, I can, because he fucking asked, you know. But then again, when the cart girl come up, sweet as can be, you know, all I asked was for 2 Gatorade Zeros or Powerade Zeros. She was like, oh, you know, we don't really carry those. People don't really drink them. I was like, damn, well, what about those of us who do care about how they look and feel? She was like, I think I got a few stuff down in the bottom. I was like, all right, cool. Because it was only 2, and I guess it wasn't in her inventory a little list, she was like, just take them. I was like, word? She was like, yeah, just take them. It's fine. I said, I truly appreciate that. I was like, well, let me leave you a tip or something. So she was like, and luckily for me, I had a couple $20 bills on me. So I was just like, oh man, you know, that's real sweet of you. So I put it in her hand. She's like, oh no, I can't take this. I said, yes, you can. I was like, good people deserve good things to happen to them. And she was just like, oh, that's really nice of you. I was like, yeah. And you know, she gave me a compliment. I ain't gonna say what the compliment was. Now I'm gonna say the compliment. She was just like, damn, you look good, sir. I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah. She's like, what school do you go to? I was like, what you mean? She was like, well, you out here with these older guys. I can only assume you go to school with them. I was like, how old do you think I am? She was like, you gotta be like 22, 23. I was like, nah, I'm like 38. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? I said, yeah. She was like, my dad is 38. I was like, oh, so that means you're 17. She was like, no, I'm 18. I turned 18 in January. So that means I'm legal. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, no, I can't do that. And I was like, no, I'm not even available right now anyway, but I appreciate that. And it's crazy because a lot of the younger women be shooting their shots. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Guys, I ain't self-glazing. I'm just giving you facts. It's a lot of young Thundercats shooting their shot at the old man right now. And keep in mind, I ain't got no grades on me. Not for real. I ain't got no grades on me. I keep my face cut low now. But we'll see how that go. I think when it get colder, I'll grow my face out. But until then, I just keep the goatee, keep it cut real close, and just see how that continue to work. But a lot of the guys, You know, those two guys, she made them pay for their shit. She ain't make me pay for mine. And it's like, they don't know that, but I still feel good knowing that those motherfuckers didn't get anything. They didn't get any other treatment. Now, golf is a gentleman's sport. So, you know, in our backswings or in our putting and shit, they ain't say nothing. They wasn't talking. Even when I hit a great shot. Oh, thank you. You know, and I'm courteous. Appreciate that, right? But I get it. The real fat one, he was a fucking baller. Like, that dude, he had to be scratched because I don't think he shot anything. He didn't shoot over 74 because he only bogeyed twice. Everything else was pars. And he was good. And I acknowledged that. I respected him. But as far as like body game and just making sure his appearance was on point, man, his stomach was like almost a mile over his belt loop. Like, it was just crazy. But he got a beautiful fucking swing. And you can just tell he's one of those hillbillies who've been playing since he was a kid. And it's like, I got hillbilly homeboys from back home. And it's like, I never got that same vibe off of them that I got off him. I'm not saying it was racial. I'm just saying he just treated me different because, you know, maybe he was upset at something else and it leaked out, you know, but you get that envy when you get that confidence. Because at this point, I know I can wear a medium shirt and it look good. At this point, I know I can wear the short shorts that I wear and accentuate the vascularity I have. I mean, I got it. I'm going to show it, right? But not too much of it, obviously. But, I mean, it's hot outside. Yeah, I want the wind to cool me down, you know, down there. But I can't help it if the shorts ride up and all you see is thighs and veins. I'm cool with it. You know, the cart girl ain't had no issue with it. So it is what it is. And fellas, you got to be prepared for that. Guys going to hate on you. Most guys going to respect you, to be quite honest. Going into AT&T, the respect level was there. Dang, man, you got a little size. You play for the Cowboys or something? Nah, bro, I'm ready. I don't do that. It's like, oh, okay, well, you just take care of yourself, man. I try. I still got a little bit of water weight on me. Man, nobody don't notice that shit. I was like, yeah, I know. But, I mean, that's the God honest truth, man. The level of respect you get from other men who respect themselves, it's another level. Going into the gym, I see the same people every day, just like in Poland. It's over here. It's going to be everywhere you go. Whatever gym you go to and you a regular and you put in that fucking work, people going to remember who you are. They going to walk up to you. They going to fist bump you. They going to, you know, all type of shit. You know, opportunities come that way. You know what I mean? Like, I've had some weird opportunities come my way just for fucking existing, just for saying hi, just for speaking, just for walking by somebody, you know, holding the door open. You know, those opportunities are fucking real whenever you just exist and you look good. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not 10, 9, 8%, you know, body fat, like stage lean, shredded, dry. I ain't even trying to get to no 8%. The goal is to get to 10% and just to say I did it. And I know guys gonna hate on that because I'm gonna give them a fucking reason to hate. I ain't saying the shirt gonna get tighter, but you better believe that if it just happened to be a little bit hotter outside, I'm gonna lift up from the bottom and wipe my face off. And then, you know, the wives and the girlfriends or the daughters gonna definitely see the ink on the stomach, you know, all the other, like, damn, motherfucker rip. I mean, it is what it is. What they gonna do? Tell somebody on me? You know, that's just, I mean, I can play around sometimes, but it, you know, it ain't nothing malicious. You know, it ain't nothing wild, it ain't nothing crazy, but, you know, you got to be aware of the subtle comments guys gonna give you. You got to be aware of, you know, just the envy you're gonna get. And also, fellas, if you single and you on body game, just know some women ain't gonna fuck with you because you're on body game. I know that's counterintuitive, but hear me out. They not gonna fuck with you because they know you got standards. Because if you waking up every day, you eating the same thing every day, and you grinding, and you not making her the priority, and other shit is the priority, she gonna know she can't control you. She gonna know that, damn, this dude on his shit. And that's intimidating to most women. You know, that's why, like I said the other day, you know, me and my homeboy went out to Ford Garage. You know, lady was eating by herself. He wanted to go talk to her. I'm like, man, you know, cool. But other things happen. But because I had the confidence just to just stand there and look, and she, you know, talked to me, I mean, that's cool. I mean, I was going to I gave him a cool pickup line. I was like, bro, go over there and just be like, hey, ma'am, how did you do that without a pencil? That is fucking amazing. What do you mean? Like, how did you do that without a pencil? What did I do without a pencil? You drew my attention. Hey, my name is Sean. What's up? You know, shit like that. People don't understand. You may think it's corny, Most motherfuckers will think that's smooth, but a lot of women gonna think the shit is funny. And us funny guys are dangerous as fuck, because we'll make a woman laugh, 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 laugh. Next thing you know, she butt ass naked. That's just what it is. Women like funny guys. But if you pair being funny on top of having a dope ass body, on top of being disciplined and taking care of yourself, on top of having somewhat success in your career, bro, you'll walk this earth like can't nobody tell you shit. Because don't get me wrong, everybody had their shortcomings and everybody had their fuck ups and their falls. But when a man got some money in his pocket and his account, when a man can just walk through, wearing regular clothes and they ain't got to care about the name brand because his body's the outfit, but you can still pull up in a badass whip and your crib fat as fuck, bruh, you ain't gonna have time to want to deal with somebody who ain't up to your standards in the least bit. But you got to grind to get to that point. You can't just expect the world to fall to your feet if you ain't putting in the work in either one of them areas. I know one day, I know it's gonna come a day, right, to where I'm gonna lead a gym. And my life is gonna look completely different than what it look now. I'm gonna lead a gym. I'm gonna get into my Ford F-150 Shelby GT500, because that's the truck I want. I don't really like all black vehicles. I don't. But that motherfucker gonna be all black with the silver Cobra on that bitch. And the interior gonna be red as fuck. Red leather. I love red on the interior, right? License plate gonna say Lord Vader, because it's gonna be a tribute to Darth Vader in a badass truck like that. I love Darth Vader in Star Wars, by the way. And it's gonna be raised up, lifted. It's gonna be a sexy ass truck. I ain't gonna really drive it that much, but one day I'm gonna go to the gym in that shit. I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna crush my workout. I'm gonna be in the best physical shape of my life. I'm gonna be tempered. Y'all gotta excuse my cane Corso. When somebody come through the door, he loses his shit. But it's like, I'm gonna be 10%. I'm going to have my account where it used to be. I'm gonna keep that cash in my pocket just in case somebody need it and I can give it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm gonna have all that. And then I'm still gonna be so spiritually and mentally aligned that I'm gonna still just walk by like, no matter what happens to me, I know God got me. And don't get me wrong, that's gonna be the most important thing. But when I'm in that space, spiritually, mentally, financially, and with the physical, man, dude, my kids, they already don't recognize me physically and emotionally and stuff because I've been just a completely different person because this is who I am now. But, having all that other stuff in line, man, they're gonna be like, yo, he got it. And it ain't even for the validation of other people. It's simply because that's what I want. I don't have to, for me, I'm a skimp out on the clothes and the shoes because I'm okay with just wearing regular shit now. That's fine. I don't have a reason to show status with that. But I'm gonna still have a badass truck because I love my F-150s. If you're not a Ford guy, that's cool. But it ain't nothing sexy than a Platinum or a King Ranch F-150. None better. None better on this earth, except for that GT500 Shelby. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have me a fast car. I'm gonna have my motorcycle. And I'm gonna have my regular car that I drive every day. Just so I put, my little miles and gas on it, probably a used Honda. So when people judging me like, oh man, you got all that and you just, yeah, man, I'm cool with it. But then, I want my house to be my fortress. Got a pretty big house now, but my next house, it'll probably be bigger. 1 story though, because I'm not a fan of 2 stories. It's gonna be completely designed and decorated. Well, not decorated. I'm gonna have to find me a woman who really know how to really make a bachelor pad, some sexy shit, just with my vision, and she just make it happen. Hey, y'all, I might even do it for YouTube. Y'all gonna see like, you know how most guys just do like their own little shit in their own little room. Fuck all that. My whole house gonna be dedicated to me. I'm gonna have paintings done of like me and all my Masonic regalia for one house and one wall and another house and another wall. And, that's going to be my thing because at that point in my life, I'm already content with just being about my kids and just making sure they straight. I'm going to be good regardless. But, I'm going to take things to the next level and it's going to take patience. But I'm telling you guys, that envy that you're going to get from people when you leveling up, that's just what it's going to be. And that's what it is. But I promise you, this bounce back is fucking personal. Like, all these 3 major things that happened to me this year, it was supposed to hurt me. It was supposed to take me out. It was supposed to knock me out. But I ain't letting it. You know, I'm just sucking it up. I'm taking it all in day by day. You know, I'm still in the gym every day because that's, like I said, that's my place of war. That's my place of destruction. You know, that's why I go in there and I feel like a god of destruction. You know, I can go in there and do my thing and just make that shit happen. So for me, that comes with just knowing what I need to do and the discipline I need to have. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not up at 4 every morning anymore because I'm going to bed hella late, but I'm getting those hours in so I can still go. And when I get back on my work schedule, my ass gonna be, as soon as I get off work, come home, shower, I need to be in the bed by 10 so I can be up at 5 and go get it in. I gotta make it happen. I gotta stay on my shit because it makes me feel great. And if I can be great for myself, I can be great for my team. I can be great for everybody else who depend on me. So, guys, just be ready for the envy. Be ready for women, you know, most women to be intimidated by you because you won't be easy to control. And you definitely won't be easy to manipulate because you're going to be in tune with yourself and you're going to be in tune with your standards to where you're not going to fall for nothing stupid. And you're going to be easy to walk away. And you ain't going to have no issues doing that. So keep journaling, keep writing, keep reading because you're going to need it as you continue to, for that recomp to happen. And don't play them fucking away games.